Hey guys, this is Monica with the Romoplans, and today we are going to set up another planner for 2026. Today we're going to set up my planner that I'm going to use to plan all of my social media Romoplans stuff in. So I actually have not been using a planner. I've just been using like a notebook, and I am so ready to jump into a planner where everything is all in one space and I can get all of the things in my brain down on paper in a logical way that makes sense. So we have a couple of different things here in front of me. I have this cover from the Happy Planner. I do not know if they still sell this. It is an older planner, but it's a linen cover, but then it has like the plastic on the side, and it's just gray with the black. So it's super neutral, which I like. This planner is very neutral, so I just thought that this cover would be a really good addition to that. And I didn't want to use my black covers because I'm using that for another planner. I just like the look of this with the black discs. I have this cover, and then the planner that I'm going to be using is this weekly overview from Live Love Posh. This is a new layout for her for 2026 in that she revamped her weekly overview layout that she was doing for 2025. So this has like a dashboard and then a functional page, which I really love. I think it's going to work really well for my social media planning. So I was super excited when I saw that she was coming out with this, because I was pretty much resigned myself to getting a printable planner and just kind of building it myself, because I wanted the other page to be functional, so I didn't have to build it every week. And then we also have these minimal dividers, monthly dividers, floral from Live Love Posh. I have had these since April of 2024 because I got them at Go Wild in Dallas, and I really liked them, but I didn't have a use for them until now, and so I'm really excited to finally put these to use. These I think are technically sold out on her website, but I think she is bringing them back, and I think she's bringing them back in sizes other than classic. So she'll have the classic size, but I think she's actually bringing them back in like an A5 or a mini size. Don't quote me on that, but I think I saw where that was happening. She has a couple of different sets of floral covers as well on her website. And then I just have a couple of her I have a set of her top dividers. We are going to remove this personal goals tab sticker. And so I just have a set of her top dividers. And then I have all of my label for my dividers and everything here. And then I printed off a Romoplan sticker to go in the front of the planner. I used just clear sticker paper for that. And then I have my thing of discs. So we are just going to go ahead and put this together. I do have some extra pages that will go in the planner as well, but let's go ahead and get started with this. So I'm going to just kind of put all of this off to the side for right now, and we're going to start with the cover and the discs. So I definitely want to use black here, and I have a couple of different options. So I have these that have like the circle all the way out. Those are from Happy Planner. And then I have these that I think I'm going to use. And these are bigger. So I think I'm going to use these because the Live Love Posh paper is super thick. All right. So the Live Love Posh paper is like 140 GSM, and it's super thick paper. And so because I'm going to add a couple of different sections to it, I want to go ahead and just start off with these bigger discs, because I think that will kind of help give myself a little bit more room on the discs. I'm afraid that if I just use the regular, like classic size discs, the 1.25, I'm not gonna have enough room on the discs, and I'm gonna end up having to change them out throughout the year. All right. So we have that, and then we have these dividers. And so with her planner set, you get the inserts and then she sells the dividers and like covers separately. That way you can kind of build it the way you want to build it. If you want colorful dividers, you can get those, or if you don't want colorful dividers, you can get that as well. So I'm just gonna put this off to the side, and so this is the neutral floral, and then we have her actual inserts. All right, so I will go ahead and do like a flip through as we're going through it, because there's some pages that I'm going to move around, and then there's some pages that I'm not going to use and we're just going to put aside. All right, so this front page, it's just the page, like the very front page that you can see through the thing. And I'm just going to put this off to the side. And then we have the Hello, This Planner Belongs To. So we're gonna go ahead and put this sticker down. And with this, I kind of have to be a little bit careful because clear sticker paper is a little bit more temperamental than like normal sticker paper. But I kind of wanted the clear for this. So I'm just going to try to get that in the middle. So there we go. All right, so then we have the name page, and then this goes straight in. Man, every time I feel this, I did open the inserts up and just take a look through them to see how I wanted to kind of lay things out. And this paper is it's such good paper that, yeah, I'm glad that I went with the bigger discs. So we have the 2026 Year at a Glance and the holidays. I like that they put these across from each other, just so it has, you can kind of see the holidays, and especially with this being for my social media, having the holidays is going to be very helpful. I do have to say, I like how this is my first Live Love Posh planner. I've gotten some of her inserts before, and I like the checklist inserts, and I've obviously gotten her stickers and covers and everything too. I do have to say, like, this is the first time that I've gotten a planner from her, and I like how she organizes her pages where it's easy to move things around and make them fit where they fit for the person. So for this perpetual calendar, she has 2 months on a page, which I like because you actually get more space. And what it does is it gives you, it's a clean break. So you start with January on this page, and then you just flip through to the end, and then you have December on this page. So I'm actually going to move this into another section, and I love that it's easy to move in to another section, and I'm not having to deal with what's on the back of this page. So we're just going to put this off to the side. And then we have the vision board and the 2026 word of the year. I am going to keep this in here just because I think I do want to do some type of vision board for Romoplans. I'm not really sure. I've been kind of in a kind of weird mode with my social media because I did used to have an Etsy shop, and I no longer have an Etsy shop. And so I've been doing like planning, and I've started doing some book content, which I'm really loving. And so I kind of want to figure it out. And I like that this has, I don't know if I'll do a word of the year for Romoplans, but I may just put my word of the year for myself in here. And then it has a spot for some goals and a bucket list. The 2026 year in pixels, and then we have when did I last. So I'm actually going to put this off to the side because I don't think I'm going to do this page in this planner. Same with the annual bill tracker and then the books. So she actually has 2 bookshelves here. Because this is my social media planner, I just don't have a need for these bookshelves. So I'm gonna take the annual bill tracker, the 2 bookshelf pages, and put those off to the side here. And then this lined notes page, we're gonna put this up here with the perpetual calendar because that will go into the same section. All right, so then we get to the monthly. So I'm gonna just grab this January divider, and it just says the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So I really like that as a beginning divider. And her dividers are 2-sided, so again, very easy to build your own planner. So the January overview, you have like important dates, you have monthly bills. I don't really have bills anymore with Romoplans, but I can just cover this up and I can use it for something else. And then you have priorities and then goals. And then you go into your monthly spread. And then you have the weekly pages. So on the weekly pages, you have this dashboard, and then you just have it where it says notes here. And then on this page is where I kind of fell in love with it. So you have these 2 to-do lists. So you could just have a to-do list for the week, or I think I am going to separate them and have 2 different to-do lists because there's, I'm either going to have like a film to-do list and then just like edit, upload, miscellaneous to-do list, or I may have like a short form content and a long form content to-do list. I haven't really decided that. And then you have these 3 spots. So, and this is nice because I post mainly on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So I can kind of separate that out. And then you have this space here I can decorate or do whatever with. So we're just gonna go and pull all of the January ones. So then you go, just goes like that through the end of the month. And then at the end of the month, you have a notes page. So I can just kind of, I can use this to reflect on the month or just take extra notes through the month, whichever I decide. All right. So then at the end of the month, I'm also going to add in this content tracker that I made. I'm going to add one of these in for every month. I probably will not be doing this much content for every month, but I want to just go ahead and add one in. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and add it for January, and then I don't think I'm going to add it for February and the rest of the months. I'm just going to put them in the content section, the leftovers, because I probably will not use all of this because it's front and back for January, and then I can just move it from month to month. So it just has a spot for the topic, the date that it will go live, what type of content it is, and then have I planned it, filmed it, edited, done photos, like photos, thumbnail, the creative part of it, uploaded it, and then has it gone live. So we're just gonna pop this in. So then we have February, and then so the February divider is just this pretty floral with the stripes on the back. And then we have the February page, and the February month just does the same thing. So I'm just gonna grab all of these, and I'm gonna split this into, because the pages are so thick, it would be easier, it'll be easier to just do them in twos. So then we have the March divider, super light gray on there. And then we'll do the rest of March. And this planner is basically for me to kind of get all of my thoughts down, because there is a lot of advanced planning that I do, because I want to kind of take a look, especially at my YouTube content, kind of a month in advance. And I want to make sure that I am, because I want to be consistent. That's one of my main things, is to just try to be more consistent with my social media. And I know that this is going to help do that. All right, so then we have oh, that's weird. The April and the October divider were swapped. Wait. Did I forget to put the April in? Yes. All right, so then April, we just have this floral. And then May, we have a quote, and it says, you deserve to bloom in every season, in every chapter of your life. And then the stripe on the back. So if you do social media, let me know how you plan it, because I've tried different things. Like I've tried to do it online, like in Google Sheets. I have done planners, and I just kind of like the writing it down. I just feel like, because there are definitely some parts that lend themselves to more to Google Sheets and stuff, because I can kind of change it easily. But then I don't know, I like to have the paper planner. And I'm always interested in how different people plan different things in their life, because you never know when something that someone else does is going to help you plan too. And then July, we have life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. I really like that. And also, let me know down below what kind of content you would like to see in 2026. Right now, I've been doing mostly like planner videos. But let me know what you would like to see. I've thought about bringing back budgeting in some level, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I go back and forth with that. So, but I am going back into a budget planner for 2026. So we will see. So let me know if it's something that you're interested in. And all right, so then we are in September. We just have the floral, the really light gray. So I like that, like the pages and the dividers are very neutral. So I can kind of figure out what works for me. Some of these have little pieces. So the plan is that in this planner, it's going to be kind of just a cute functional planner. It's definitely going to be more functional than super decorative, but the plan is to use like Live Love Posh, Color of a Plan stickers in it, because I've really gotten into like using sticker kits and stuff in my weekly planner. So I kind of want something that is a little bit more, I don't want to say creative, like the sticker kits aren't creative, but I kind of want to use something that is kind of not pre-made for me. Because in my weekly planner, I do like having just knowing what my week is going to look like. So, and then this one says, love yourself first and everything else falls in line by Lucille Ball. I love Lucy growing up. Like, I could probably watch the first couple of minutes of an episode and tell you exactly what happens in the episode. So, all right. We are almost to the end of the monthlies. So we have December. It's like, why is that so thick? I have the cardboard there. All right. So we'll do the first half of December. And then we'll do the last half. So this one ends on the with the notes page here. So you can see, like, I do have the cover on here, but even with those bigger discs, like, it pretty much, like, there's not a lot of extra room on these discs. So I am glad that I have these bigger ones. All right, so then my first tab is going to be here, and it is going to be, I'm going to grab this one and just going to get my X-Acto knife and take off this label. Oh, that's right. I forgot that she doesn't have a label that says like personal goals, so I kind of put two together to do that. So for this one, I'm going to put yearly. I think I have a yearly still. Oh no, do I? I do not. Let's see. All right. I forgot I used it in something else. Okay, so let's figure out what to do for the first, because I think these, and these don't have yearly. So, because I think these are the ones that come in her 8.5 by 11 dividers. And so I think they're a little bit too big for these. Let's see. I'm going to do overview, because it's kind of like an overview of the year, and it has the year at a glance and things like that in it. So I think that works. Okay. And then I'm just going to put this here in the first page. I like to have, even when I have like one of these covers, I like to have a divider here just to kind of help in front of the first page. I don't know. Okay, and then the next one is going to be this week. And so I'm just gonna have this on the week that I'm working on. That way it's easy for me to be able to navigate to that page. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this here. And then we're gonna go here to the back. And then for this one, this one's gonna kind of be like for like content. So I'm gonna use this social here. And then I'm gonna put the rest of my content trackers. Again, I don't know if I will need this many for the year, but I went ahead and printed off one for every month here. And I just made this myself. You could do, I made it in Silhouette, but you could do the same thing in Canva. You could do it in Excel, whichever. And then I actually printed it on 7 by 9.25 paper. It's this paper right here. I get it on Amazon. I'll have everything linked down below if you want to check it out. But I really like this. It's 120 GSM. And so it's not as thick as the Live Love Posh paper, but it's still pretty thick. All right, so then I'm actually, before I do that, I'm gonna put the perpetual calendar in here, because this is kind of where I'm thinking of pre-planning what videos and what content I want to do for this. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of here. And then we'll go into the content tracker. And then this last one, I am just going to do notes. So let me find notes here. And I'm not going to put a ton of paper back in here just because we are kind of tight on space, but I have two notebooks that I keep all of my classic size paper in. So that's my checklist paper. I think, is this the paper? I think I'm going to use this neutral floral paper. I think this is from Romoplans, which also has really good quality paper as well. So that notebook is kind of where I keep all of my like all of my lined paper. So it has my checklist paper and my lined paper. This one piece of lined paper, I'm just gonna pop in here. And then this notebook has all of my dot grid paper, and I have a ton of dot grid paper. So then I'm just gonna kind of grab a little bit of this neutral floral, because I think it'll works really well with this planner because of the dividers. So and then we will just I'll pop in this So these notebooks keep my paper. It also keeps my dividers and everything. Pretty nice. All right. So then we have my Romoplans planner, and she is already really thick. So yeah, but we have just the front page, the overview section. So we have the year at a glance. We have the 2026 plans. This is where I'm actually going to track my stats. I don't have a stats goal. I'm not making a stats goal or anything, but I do kind of just want to track and see how my followers change. So I am gonna do that here. And then we have my vision board, word of the year, goals, and bucket list. And then we go into all of the monthly pages and the weekly pages. And then here in the back, we just have where I can pre-plan my content, have the content trackers. And then we have notes section as well. And we have some dot grid and some lined paper. And I'm really glad because I really like that neutral floral paper in this planner. All right. So that is another planner that is all set up for 2026. I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead, hit that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any more of my videos. I hope you have a great day.